We are here at Panchos Tacos in Aurora, one of my favorite restaurants since I was a little girl when they had their first taqueria. I am so excited because I'm sitting here with the owners, John Saltagero and Claudia Saltagero. And when we come back, you're going to hear about the history and the traditions that they maintain throughout all these years. Here with one of Pancho's regular customers, and you said your name was Dan.
Yep.
Awesome. And so you frequent this location often, correct? I can tell by the smile on your face.
About once a week, yeah.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so when you come, what is your favorite menu item?
Well, it's a hard pick because I like to sample them all. Usually all pretty good. Usually go with the chicken enchiladas, are a good score there. Then I'll switch it up and go with the tacos. That's also pretty good. And then sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, I'll go with the ceviche.
Oh, and what's your favorite drink when you're feeling frisky?
Well, usually I'm coming on the job, so I stay away from. But usually they offer everything, and well, maybe I'll sample margarita tonight.
We are back. Again, we are interviewing and getting to know a little bit more about Panchos in Aurora. And wow, how awesome is this? A margarita to start the show and una michelada. So in just a moment, we're going to hear from John Saltagero, and he's going to kind of give us the timeline and the history of how the restaurant started and where it began.
The taqueria opened up back in 1988 when my dad first started and wanted to get in the business. And down the road, he realized he wanted to bring something more to the community in this area. So he wanted to have more of a sit down where you could bring your family. So then he turned it into more of a restaurant environment. And he really also knew he was going to be retiring as a police officer because he was there for 30 years and he really loved people. So having a restaurant was a lot easier for him to socialize and bring people in and talk, because he was always talking to everyone and liked having people around and trying to better the community in the area.
But I remember being a little girl and coming here, and I was super excited because the food has always been amazing. And I always remember loving to look at the mural that was outside. Now, I know when you walk into the restaurant now, it is just filled with beautiful art and pictures that kind of remind you of the historical traditions and culture. You were telling me earlier about one of the pieces of history on the wall when you walk in, and if you come and visit, you're going to see it as soon as you walk in too with the dollars. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so as soon as you come into the restaurant, we have a wall of dollar bills. Now, we have them anywhere from Mexican dollar bills to Japan, Chinese, like different currencies. And it started when my father-in-law first opened up the taqueria. One of his very first customers gave him a signed dollar bill, wishing him luck, wishing him, saying, I hope that this dollar turns into many more dollars. And now if you come in and you look at the restaurant and you see this wall, it's just a lot of customers that are wishing us luck so that we continue his tradition and hope that that's what we're doing.
Thank you to him, and thank you guys for continuing that legacy. He surely did a wonderful job, and you guys are definitely doing an excellent job. I want to know a little bit about the menu items and some of the food that people come here to look for.
Well, there's so many to name, but I think what I'm going to start out with, one of our micheladas, probably the best around. And that's what I'm being told. I'm a little biased, but definitely one of my favorite items. The combination plate. because when you come here, there's so many different items to choose from, and how can you just choose one? Actually, so here is one of my favorite dishes.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to bite into these.
And our combination plate. So you can choose from 3 different items on your combination plate. And what we have here is our chile relleno, our enchilada, and our tamale. And so with the combination plate, you kind of have the best of all worlds because you're not stuck to one item. You can kind of taste the different items on our menu and have a good variety. Our weekends kind of start on Thursday, so we have karaoke on Thursdays. Normally starts around 7:30, 8 o'clock, so a little bit later for those that still want to come in early and have a nice quiet dinner. And then we kind of end with a bang on Friday with our live mariachi. So that's always fun. From 7:30 to 9:30, it's on the house. And then they normally stay a little bit longer because we kind of, like to party a little bit longer. So they stay for as long as the customers want them here.
So Wednesdays, we have the margaritas. Thursdays, karaoke. Fridays, mariachis. So that looks like a great place. This is a great place to spend the entire weekend. So thank you guys for having us here. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. The owners are just wonderful. They're carrying on that legacy that your father had worked so hard to maintain. We appreciate the way that he united the community. And we all know that one way to unite the community, the number one way, is through food. And he provided that space. So we're so grateful. So please come and visit Panchos. I was going to say Panchos Tacos because, that's where I started. But visit Panchos restaurant here in Aurora and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for being with us and we'll see you next time.